hair.
It's time for a haircut, guys.
I mean, sometimes.
So glad the collagen's doing great. Product, a new launch.
Yeah.
And this is also one that may be very new to some. So that's, even more exciting to educate on
What's
it.
up, Ivan?
Right?
Check that out. Absolutely.
Yes.
Love it.
Amazing benefits. So there's no hiding it. Today.
We're about to blow up with this one. Black Sea, the first thing that helped Gary with his allergies.
Amazing.
We'll talk about that today.
Amazing. Yes. So there's no hiding it. We're talking about black seed oil, which will be live tomorrow, right? So we actually don't even have our little cute bottle in our hands, but we didn't want to hold off on this training because once it launches, we just want you guys to be equipped with all this amazing information. Black seed oil, it's extraordinary. It really is. Has so many benefits. It's been around for centuries, and it's actually been called the seed of blessing.
It's the Middle Eastern, Asia, Africa. Here's another example of all these countries have used these for hundreds, thousands of years.
Yep. This is a fun fact. It was actually found in King Tut's tomb. Yeah. Showing its importance.
A lot of essential oils in that. There were some other ones there too. It's cool.
Yeah. So, and it's something it seems so simple, right? But why are we not using this all the time? So today we're going to talk about just all the benefits of it, and a little bit specifics about our product itself, right? And why it, of course, stands above others when we're talking about, comparison to someone's black seed oil versus our black seed oil. All right, so I'll just kind of touch on some key benefits. Okay. And I know you have some great information that you have to elaborate on them. So first one I want to kick off with is blood sugar and metabolism support. So research,
we can all use that.
Yes, research suggests that it can support healthy blood sugar and insulin sensitivity by acting on the pancreatic beta cells.
Beta cells, yeah.
Yeah, so which is amazing because the beta cells are the cells that release the insulin.
Yeah.
But there's so many. I think it's probably my most asked email is what to do for diabetes, what to do for high blood sugar, what to do for insulin resistance, all of this.
Diabetes, which is a super common disorder now.
Yes.
Right? People that are almost diabetic, trending that way. Typically, it's just due to obese. 75% of the American population is overweight or obese.
And inflammation.
And non-alcoholic fatty liver is right there along with it.
Yeah.
So insulin resistance, obesity, right? Inflammation and non-alcoholic fatty liver, which we'll hear about the benefits of black seed oil for liver.
Yeah. So, just being able to just take this simple supplement that can have all these amazing benefits. Yeah. Anything else to elaborate on the blood sugar metabolism? No. It kind of says it all right there, right? Again, it acts on the pancreatic beta cells, which are our cells that release the insulin. Immune system and autoimmune support. This is a big one because there's so many times that we do get the question, what do we do for immunity? And of course, you have to do a lot for immunity. But this is one powerful supplement or one powerful ingredient that helps our immune system. It may increase interferon, which is a key immune messenger supporting defense against infections. Right? So again, very easy to just incorporate into our supplement stack, our supplement routine to keep that immunity. Then talking about anti-inflammatory actions. I feel like this is a major one because we always say inflammation is somewhat the root cause for all disease, right? It begins somehow of inflammation.
Yeah, 100%. Well, right, so it's known to inhibit COX enzyme. So COX-1, COX-2, that's the same enzyme that Celebrex. So a major blockbuster drug, anti-inflammatory drug, mostly for arthritis. But yeah, an anti-inflammatory drug uses that same pathway, COX-1, COX-2, or COX-2 really. But and then it's also inhibits some of the cytokines. You ever heard of the phrase cytokine storm?
Yeah, sure.
Right, so this inhibits cytokines, also works on the interleukins. So these big fancy words are just inflammatory mediators. They are what initiate the cascade of events that lead to typically very beneficial in acute inflammation for scratches, scar, whatever, bumps, whatever, broken bones.
Sure.
But man, they're around, they're persistent, and low-grade inflammation is the sort of the root cause of most chronic disease. So that's where the problems kick in.
Sure. And then talking about autoimmune disorders, that's an overactive immune response. Yeah. Which, keeping that controlled, keeping it at bay, it's just another tool to use in managing it. Yeah. Right. So always with medical guidance. So you guys know that we're big on that.
Yeah.
And this is a cool one, brain and memory. I mean, this is a major goal of all of us because we see the cognitive decline that happens, right, with inflammation and with age. But black seed oil has been studied for its effects on acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter important for focus and memory, right? So anytime, do we go?
No, we're good. Yeah, I'm just
anytime that we can add anything in, right, so that supports our brain health and our memory, I mean, huge. What else?
No, I mean, it's my turn, or you got a few more?
Well, I don't know if you wanted to tap into.
Kind of have my own thing.
Oh.
I just got really excited about one of the things. Look, I'll be honest. One of the things I get excited about with black seed oil is that it has a monograph. And for people that know the drug world, like drugs come with monographs. That's the FDA's published information, basically on.
Okay.
That's how big pharma. The big pharma is required to publish those. And the natural medicines, not so much. However, through Pharmacist Letter and one of these other, there's a natural medicines database, and not all natural ingredients have monographs, but this one did. Cool. And I love that because they'll actually, as we go through and you hear me talk, they'll go through and they'll actually rate the quality of the claim or whatever based on, did it have a randomized controlled trial? What was it based? They look at the quality of the studies and then they highlight all of the studies. So there's a lot of footnotes and references. So I can help you guys if you want to hear more information on anything that I talk about. I can reference the study that was done.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So then I'll just touch on a few more because I know you'll go into more detail. Obviously, we talked about the anti-inflammatory joint comfort, but thymoquinone is a major player in this, which is a major component of black seed oil. Okay. It's known for its natural calming effects on inflammation, which also, obviously eases the occasional discomfort and stiffness. Even going along with that, cardiovascular and circulatory health. Supports healthy cholesterol and blood pressure, right? So we're always needing just again, amazing thing to add to your supplement stack to naturally help these health conditions, right? Either help, reverse them or help to prevent them. It's rich in fatty acids for heart health, vascular support. And it can, and then there's mild digestive and respiratory support, occasional bloating and mild respiratory irritation, which someone had said on there too, also about allergies.
COPD, asthma, respiratory, chronic rhinitis, allergic rhinitis. Man, these things plague people big time. Yeah. Big time with breathing. And there's evidence.
And you always, jump to allergy medications, right? And we want to help you not have to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you go into more before I kind of go into topical uses. So
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea.
I feel like it's a next little.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. I'm going to back up just quickly and just go through. John, I have so many notes because of that monograph. So I'm just going to kind of breeze through it. If there's something you guys want me to pay more attention to, email me and I will provide the information with you. But I want to talk a little bit about the product as I go through the information. So black seed oil, typically most products are using the roots, the leaves, the seed. We only use the seed. And then when you see that what we did, we standardized the 5% thymoquinone, which Lisa had referenced. It's one of the main active constituents of the plant, but there's many, many others. Thymoquinone just happens to be one of the more powerful ones. But think of it as there's other essential oils. I mean, there are just so many there's alkaloids, there's saponins, these are all basically phenols, they're antioxidants. So think about it that way. So when a lot of the disease states and a lot of things we talk about are most of the time, they have one big thing in common, and that is oxidative stress, right? So it just means that there's that inflammatory process going and a lot of reactive oxygen species, whereas antioxidants will help balance and quell some of that process. So very, very helpful and beneficial in that way. Now, a lot of the anti-inflammatory things that Lisa talked about, I already mentioned and commented on the COX-2. The tumor necrosis factor is another inflammatory mediator. The interleukin-6, the C-reactive protein, that's another one that we know real well. We test for it all the time. Blood work can test for you and tell your CRP. All of this really cool stuff. And then a lot of these things are really just in alphabetical order, but I just highlighted a few really cool ones. But anti-ulcer effects, you used to be surprised by how much gastric and peptic ulcer is a real common problem. And it has a lot to do with the antihistamine. It also has various constituents that play a role in antiperoxidase. H. pylori. You guys ever heard of H. pylori? It's a lot of times with people that have an overinfection of the Helicobacter by the pylori bacteria in the stomach. Anyway, if you know about it, which is pretty common, this is pretty cool. The science is pretty cool on it. Anti-allergic. So we heard from Gary earlier talking about unbelievable results. And it's pretty well demonstrated, having a positive effect on the number and activity of lymphocytes in patients with allergic rhinitis. And it says here it's shown to inhibit the release of histamine from mast cells. And so that would be part of what we were just talking about, right? Anti-anxiety effects, anti-cancer effects. I'm not saying it's anti-cancer. This is the way it's referenced in the literature. Anticonvulsant effects, and I'm going to move a little faster. Antidepressant, anti-diabetic effects. That's what Lisa had just talked about a little bit too with
just so many things. It's crazy.
It is, and possibly by reducing oxidative stress. And there you go. And having cytoprotective effects. Pretty cool. This mostly has to do with the mechanism of action. Like, how does this thing work? Because that's where I like to really focus. Antimicrobial effects. You guys probably have heard that it's really good for, again, staphylococcus. So that's a common bacterium that can get overgrown. Good against candida. Good against aspergillus. So mold. Also good against parasites. So parasites. We were talking about like how we're going to come out with parasite glands too as well. The dosing, which is interesting, between 500 milligrams and 1,000. We're on the high end. We have 1,000 milligrams.